glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
On first down, Peyton. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get. They did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Back to the air, Elway after the pick 6. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, Elway. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a gain of 13. First down, Rams.
Los Angeles. Set,
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Elway. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Elsewhere. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Got it.
Play action, Elway. And that will be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 54 miles. All day, dog.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Vic readies to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Vic. And going deep for Hill. Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On second down now. It's Williams, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
At the 46-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Vick. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Elway. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
First catch there for Evans, good enough for a 1st down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Touchdown, L.A.! A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Teams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Vick. He's going to let this one go deep. Got his man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now here's Vick. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Vick to the air again. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Vikings' 42-yard line.
Ready to break. 58 for Mike. Wildfield.
They fake the give. Now Elway. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Elway. He's got Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Rock it, 30 base.
They'll run on first down. Peyton. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now it's Elway. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Elway. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Peyton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing, Vick. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, Vick. Flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, Vick again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He completes it to Evans. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Away throw. The 20. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Gates, the intended receiver there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Look at me, zipper. 34's a Mike, 34's a Mike. He's coming, check in.
Throwing again, Elway, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it.
Now Williams. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Let them know. Let them know. 49, check 49. Spy.
Elway now off of play action. Big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. The throw on 2nd down from Vick, incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Vic. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good. Now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Elway to throw. Well, now Elway has it stripped. The ball is out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Elway. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Come on, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Elway. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Vic. He's got Smith here. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Vic. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. To throw is Elway. Gates with a grab. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Elway. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Williams. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Back in the first half, a running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got some space here. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They come up in an offset eye. Vic to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. the defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point. And 28.
Rams 24. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
They're on 24-yard line.
Ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense.
Here's Elway. His throw incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a score for the Vikings. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
We got 4. Check nickel. Get it.
They'll try the left side. Peyton. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Elway. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw it here with Vick. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. It's a play fake. Now Vick. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Stay with your man. Kill.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Play action. Elway. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Now.
They fake the give. Now Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 3rd down, Peyton. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Look at me. Go.
They'll try and throw for it with Elway. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Come on,
A big offensive victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day, take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't getting too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back. Hello? That's the check.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 60 orange. I don't even know why this team showed up. Shoot. Let's go.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw to the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
That one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touch, get away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, hold on. It's free.
Now Haskins on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Check it out. Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And they work this out past the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
61. Matchbox. Light.
A first down carry for Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd and 9 now. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Watch the ship. Watch the team spin.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Haskins will throw. And this one's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On play action, Haskins. Being chased out left. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Going to give it to Love. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, good move. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in. The way he goes for it here, get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Kill. Pilot 64, weak.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Check 55 to Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 24. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On the delay, Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
80 weapons. 80 weapons. What's screen? Hard. 99. Check 99. Slam. Set. Go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Okay, Frank. You can't block me. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Hey, switch gears. Topper. Ready, go.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And now inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. It's almost like he has faced 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, check 24, check 61. Match ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Haskins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Okay, ready? 51's the money. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They're going to look to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 41 yards. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Back to throw here. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action. Haskins. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Mike Ford in on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins, catch made by Slayton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Love. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check, 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 check. General, West. Ready, go.
Now Saquon Barkley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 13.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. That's good for 28 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
It's our time. Slim.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mac Wilson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. That big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I
don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Here we go with Haskins. He's got Fuller. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
He's coming, double up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Showing it. Showing it. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing now is Haskins. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Haskins. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready. 60 out low. Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Haskins to throw. Got a man, Slayton. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And the Falcons first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Fights loose. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly. The other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. First throw of overtime for Haskins. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go. At their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Chopper. Check. Yep. Stand. Ready, go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
65. Chopper. Lock it. Watch the whip. Hey, watch edge. Check 26. Alpha. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Ready.
On 1st down, Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now when sails out of bounds, the side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Haskins. That's complete to Slayton. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. They go play action now. Haskins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check. Check. 45's the money. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 49. Check 49. Check 49. 45. 45. 45. Ready.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you move. My 55. My 55. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All day, baby. All day. Fox try. Check right.
They'll look to throw. Going long here for Wallace. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really be demoralizing.
Rosas' kick is good. And the Giants win the football game. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I do what they plans, I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need to meet I'm a piece of my animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tempo, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slip on the thing that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof. Mad footwork, fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, this for the that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then he on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Grip. Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.